Good morning, Scotland, and welcome to another edition of Backchat. I'm Duncan Howard, and today I'm joined with Ross and Dale. Now we're going over to Heather Sleighs for today's news and headlines from around the world. Take it away.
Thanks, Duncan. A former girlfriend of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been executed for violating laws against pornography in South Korea. Singer Hyeon Song-wol was arrested and killed by firing squads along with several other performers on the orders of the dictator. The 12 victims in the secretive communist state were accused of filming themselves having sex and selling the videotapes. Family members of the victims are believed to have been taken to prison camps after the execution under North Korea's guilty laws by association. A sperm bank for endangered species is being created with the hope that they could be brought back to life on another planet. Scientists at Kyoto University's Graduate School of Medicine and the city zoos have managed to freeze-dry the sperm of chimpanzees and a Loris, both of which are listed as primates at risk, as well as giraffes. The scientists were able to bring the sperm back to life by thawing it gently in water. After they've been preserved, we want to continually examine the condition of the genetic information. Labour leader Ed Miliband has been attacked by a government source after his decision not to back David Cameron in today's vote on Syria. Mr Miliband withdrew his support for a motion backing military action in a telephone conversation with the Prime Minister yesterday. The Labour's leader's action and the threat of Tory backbench the rebellion forcing Mr Cameron to amend the motion to stipulate a second vote directly authorising military action would be needed. Miliband said he was determined to learn the lessons of the past, including the war in Iraq.
Thanks, Heather. We're off for a short break now. When we come back, I'll be joined by my two guests who will be discussing Star Wars. Don't go away!
Call Autoglass directly as soon as you spot a chip. We're here 24 hours a day, every day. Usually if you're fully comp, a repair's free and won't affect your no claims. Most insurers recommend Autoglass, so no need to call them. Contact us direct on 0800 222 333 or book online.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.
It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change.
Echoes, the brilliant new album from Will Young. Pre-order now.
You say you love me, I know it's true. My life's complete, dear, for now I have you.
Koala loves Cushell's cushiony softness.
You could also be part of the story in the RAF Reserves. Search online for RAF Reserves.
Introducing new Activia pouring yogurt. Delicious, nutritious, gorgeously silky. Breakfast will never be the same again.
Welcome back to Backchat. I'm joined by my two guests, Ross and Dale. Welcome to you both. Benedict Cumberbatch is the latest in a long line of names speculated to be in the newest episode of Star Wars. According to Film Chronicles, the actor will reunite with his Star Trek Into Darkness director J.J. Abrams on the upcoming sci-fi film. Ryan Gosling, Zac Efron and Leonardo DiCaprio are just some of the other names rumoured to appear in the new sci-fi film. Ross and Dale, what are your opinions on the news that Cumberbatch might make an appearance in the new Star Wars film? And are you excited for the new sequel trilogy?
Well, I'm looking forward to the fact that Cumberbatch is coming in to this franchise, that's the word, thank you. Because I know he's a great actor, he can play a good goodie and a bad baddie. The goodie side from Sherlock and then the baddie from Star Trek. So it's really going to be interesting to see what character he plays. I would particularly like to see him as a Sith Lord, just because I think he'd suit it. But on the franchise itself, I'm thinking these three movies aren't going to be as good as the original three, and I don't know if they're going to match up, or they will match up, they'll go lower than the three before, the episodes 1, 2 and 3.
So Dale, what are you thinking about this whole new J.J. Abrams trilogy? Are you excited for it? Or?
No, well, not particularly. I think he is a good actor. He's a good director. He's directed some pretty good films like the 2 Star Trek films and the Mission Impossible 3 that you directed. That was pretty good. But I've never been a great fan of Star Wars, so I'm not particularly excited about it. But we'll wait and see how it turns out. I'm sure Benedict Cumberbatch will be good in it anyway.
Of all directors to pick, I think J.J. Abrams is probably the best choice, because of all directors, he's able to turn a franchise around. Like, I wasn't a massive fan of Star Trek, but I absolutely love J.J. Abrams' take on Star Trek.
Yeah.
So do you think he might do this for people not so enthusiastic about the trilogy?
Yeah, hopefully he will, because I mean, the Star Wars was a big thing back when they came out, and hopefully it'll now even be bigger, because people go, he directed it, let's just give it a look. And I know people who've never seen a Star Wars episode and then have watched it and then have realised, that was actually kind of good. And then they'll see the J.J. Abrams one. So hopefully they'll see the light.
Yeah, I think it's going to appeal to people of all ages, because people who have a soft spot for like the original trilogy, people of our generation who were around children when the second trilogy was released. And now J.J. Abrams is going to do his take on it, which I think is a good thing for the franchise, I think. So how well do you think it's going to do in the box office? Do you think it's going to...
I think it's going to hit quite high, just due to the fact that it's him who's directing it. Star Wars was massive, still is quite massive, but I don't know if people would just give up with this. So, you know.
Thanks, Ross. Many thanks to my two guests. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time when my guests will be Ron Burgundy and Robert Gaylord. See you then. You stay classy, Glasgow.